All right, thank you. So I'll sit now.
Okay, yes. Okay, dear fellows, we will start now with a very important item of the agenda. So it's meeting our international president and our executive officers. I think we will listen to our officers, especially to our president Gudrun, but I will introduce you to who is today's panelist, a part of our international president Gudrun. We have also past international president Naresh Agarwal, the vice international president Yul Choi, and two international directors, Sandro Castellana and William Galligani. Welcome, thank you, and please, William, I give the floor to you. No, Sandro, so excuse me, Sandro, I give the floor to you.
Good morning, everybody. So we have now this great opportunity to have in front of us three executive officers that are serving our association. And we will have the good opportunity to listen again from our Madam President Gudrun Ingvadottir, who will address us and give us more motivation to push our association forward and to look beyond the horizon. We will have, after the speech of Madam President, a question and answer session. And this will allow us to put any question regarding LCI, LCIF, Campaign 100, the future of our association. So let's start with a video introducing our international president, and then she will have his address to us. Please go with the video. Thank you.
In Iceland, we have to be creative because the nature is not always so friendly.
Gudrun Ingvadottir has been using creative problem solving to blaze new trails all her life.
If there is an obstacle, there's always an opportunity. It's just a new challenge and you find a creative way to solve it.
Gudrun's perseverance comes from her Icelandic roots.
I remember many times my father took me hiking and I thought it was too difficult. He said, if you enjoy the journey, it makes it easier to reach your goals. My parents taught me to enjoy the nature and plant trees.
Her mother planted seeds of self-confidence that helped Gudrun grow into a multifaceted woman. During college, Gudrun met John.
I thought he was the most handsome man in the school, but he never saw me.
We were one weekend out on the countryside.
We were doing an activity, a kind of icebreaker.
And then suddenly I saw this young girl.
He asked me to dance.
And I fall in love with her. And I think she fall in love with me.
And after that, we have been together. We were 17.
We have been helping each other all the lives.
Some people do have 2 children and a dog, but we have 2 children and 4,000 trees.
We went to our summer cottage planting trees.
I wanted to climb the trees that were this small.
And now we are planting trees with their grandchildren.
Your mom planted this tree when she was about your age.
Yeah.
It's amazing to go and see what they have done. They're really big.
It has taught me that everything takes time and you will see the result in the end.
I want to be a good role model for my children and my grandchildren. I want them to see what is important.
One of her role models is Vigdis Finnbogadottir. the world's first democratically elected female president.
I was so proud to see this woman come forward. And I knew her personally because she was my French teacher.
She was among my students in high school and a very charming person, intelligent and well educated.
Gudrun's first degree was in biomedical science from the University of Iceland.
I was working at the laboratory for a while.
She is a problem-solving person. She taught me how to lead a team.
I became a trainer, a teacher, by accident.
While living in Sweden and raising 2 young children, she studied education, management and leadership. She was destined to become the Vice Director of Continuing Education at the University of Iceland.
Very solid scientific foundations.
I think it would be great to have it regularly.
What I really liked was her dedication to whatever we were doing.
Success in her career didn't stop Gudrun from being committed to her passions, including art.
I said to myself, I don't want to die and never have been able to study art history. So I think it's about time to make that dream come true. Being an artist or open to art gives you opportunity to see all the colors of life, all the shapes of life.
Gudrun has, in all aspects of her life, been creative.
Her creativity and leadership have been an asset to Lions.
One of the biggest contributions Gudrun have made was with Lions Quest.
She founded several LEA clubs when I was a teenager.
She was also thinking even further ahead. Those people would probably become good Lions members in the future.
To accomplish more, to serve more people, we need more members, both men and women. And we have to develop new leaders, both men and women.
Gudrun taught me everything I know about Lions. First, when we were preparing for the World Sight Day, but then also through the leadership school that I took.
It was one of the first in Europe, and it have made a big step forward for us Lions in Iceland.
Lions Club 8 are extremely proud to have Gudrun as the international president.
Gudrun will inspire the world by her Icelandic character. She is indeed a role model.
I have the challenge and opportunity to be the first woman.
She will make a difference for Lions, especially making people realize men and women are equal. We should have equal opportunities within Lions.
The world around us is changing, and we cannot just do what we did last year or last decade. We have to go at the same speed and the same direction as the communities we live in. We have to move forward.
Gudrun Ingvadottir, 2018 to 19 International President.
Good morning. I'm really glad to see you all and looking forward to have some discussion with you, some dialogue. I have some slides to show you. You might have seen some of them before, but of course it's different because it's now we are just entering the fourth quarter of the year. Some of you I met very early in the year. Some of you I have never met before. But I'll give you a short presentation to explain to you the theme of this year. And I'm very pleased to have on the panel the executive officers, immediate past and first vice, because we are a team. Have that always in mind. We are always teams. We work closely together. We make the decisions together, but one is a team leader at a time. Last year it was Nares, he was a team leader. This year I'm a team leader, and next year it's Choi. And we are all following the same direction. The direction we made together with the board of directors, current two of them, William and Sandro, are on the board of directors this year. And I have a board appointee, Svein Berntsen, here in the audience too, Svein. One of my board appointees. So the direction we are following is also made by the LCI Forward Strategic Planning. Actually, Svein was one of those chairing that working group to plan our future, because it was really important to all of us when we were celebrating 100 years to at the same time to plan the next 100 years. So we made a plan, not for 100 years, but for few. So we have a plan till 2021, and we are all of us following that plan. And our logo is, of course, and our motto is, we serve. This is the president's theme. This is the president's logo, but you have got my pin, you got Nourish pin, and you will get Choice pin. That has nothing to do with our motto. We still follow the same direction, but you will learn a little bit more about the theme, why we choose different pins and emphasis. So the first message to all of you is, and it's still valid, we have to make a plan. We have to chart our destination. We know where we are headed. It's not a coincidence what we are doing. We plan it. And we have to take action. And most importantly, we have to have the courage to push beyond the horizon, do a little bit more than we did last year and the years before, last century, because that's how we can improve our association, only by taking one more step to push beyond the horizon, to have a bigger dream, to serve more. And I was going to mention as well, you see a boat sailing with wind in the sail. And I'm there on the photo, but I'm not alone. You are never alone. You're always a part of a team. You need the whole crew. And you might be the captain of the crew, but you cannot sail alone. You need a lot of people to work together, and each and every one has a role. So let's continue. Because where you come from, your culture, your country shapes you in a way. And we are coming from different cultures. I'm coming from Iceland, which is a small country in the north of the Atlantic Ocean. So that's why you see the blue colors of the ocean in my presidential pin, with the golden waves that moves us forward. And the ocean is combining all of us. Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, they meet. That's where the horizons meet. So that's what we have in common, all the Mediterranean countries. And even my country, we have the very important way for transport and communication. That was the only way to communicate. You wrote a letter, you sent it with the next boat from my country to Norway, maybe. But it took several weeks, maybe months. But now we just send an email. But communication has always been very important. And living in a small country like mine, which is a volcanic island with earthquakes every day, minor, somewhere in the mountains, but earthquakes and frequent eruptions, all these dangers, we had to survive. We had to have the courage to continue and never give up. So this phrase you might hear if you come to Iceland, "Þetta reddast," meaning that you never give up. Everything will work out. So that's what we do. We believe in ourselves. We believe in the team. And we know we will make things happen. And I think this sounds very much like lions. Don't we? Yes, we never give up. We have a goal, and we will reach the goal in the end. With hard work. So, to reach beyond the horizon, what does it really mean to all of us? It means that we have several limits, personal limits, comfort zones. So we have to first think about ourselves and our club and our districts. And we have to see all the opportunities. We have to be open-minded to new ideas. And that's very difficult often to lions to remember. We don't have to do everything the same way it has always been done. They don't even know lions, good old leaders that don't even know about the changes, all the new opportunities. So we have constantly have to remind ourselves there's something new happening. And I would like to tell you that one of the person that knows always what is happening is past President Pino Grimaldi. He is a leader, has been leading us for a very long time, and he's always updated. He's an example of how you update your information and knowledge. So we should all do that and use the newest information, newest technology, and to see all the new opportunities to develop our organization and do more so we can serve better our communities. You also have to look around in our communities to see what is the real need in my community. For you, the Lions of the Mediterranean countries, you together, you will lead us to a new destination. I'm not necessarily talking about sailing from Lebanon to Italy, but I'm talking about the needed service and the new opportunities in membership development, leadership development, about new opportunities in marketing. There's so many opportunities to share our stories and be stronger. And you have a great role to lead us to new destinations. And I thank you for what you have been doing together as individual countries or districts and together as a Mediterranean region. So I'm talking about our destination. Look at these photos. There are so many obstacles. This is a landscape from my volcanic island. There are only obstacles. How can I reach the ocean? How can I reach the seaside? I'm in the mountains. There is a way. There is always an opportunity, and I have to create the way. I have to find it. That's for us as Lions. Seems to be just difficulties, problems, conflicts, but we have to solve it. We have to find a way. We have to be very positive and forward-thinking. Just to remind you, there's always an opportunity because we change the obstacles into opportunities. And the sunshine is there. And we have to smile, and because we are happy, and the sun is shining. So I'll mention briefly, we are very much behind schedule, so I have to be very brief. And of course, we have been already done about 3/4 of the year, but still we have one more year to reach our goal in membership. I hope you really charted new clubs and invite members to your new club. It's so important that we grow because there's a growing need. And the new clubs and new members bring in new ideas. And most importantly is we engage all the members, old members and new members. We listen to them and respect them. Retention is number one. First, when you invite new members, take care of our quality members. Members that are dedicated and are really there in our club with a reason, because they want to serve, they want to be a part of that community. We have to move the membership forward because every lion matters. Going back to my pen, you see all the waves. One single wave might not make a big difference, but all the waves make the big ocean. That's the same for lions. Each and every member might not make the whole big difference, but all together we are making the whole association. So we are really impactful. The second thing I would like to mention is, of course, we need strong leaders to move our association forward. And most of our Lions, we have responsibility and are leading something, maybe the club or the district or a project for the club, maybe just one event. But all of us have the skills to be leaders, and we should be respected as leaders. And we have to promote our institutes and training. We have a lot of tools that we should use. And in some of the areas, we need really to encourage the Lions also to invite women to enter the leadership institutes. I have heard that some parts of the world do not really accept women as participants at institute, and that's really sad, but this is true. So we have to increase the opportunities both to develop your skill as a leader and to serve on a role like that. Whether you are a woman or a man, or if you're young and old, all of us have a strong message. And as a leader, old or new leader, you always need to learn and update your knowledge. Once a learner, then a leader. A leader that believes only in his or her own skills and talents and never listen to others is not a real leader. Real leader is listening and learning. I have also always, and you have seen it, and I'm talk about the importance of friendship, to build relationship. Because the friendship matters. We trust each other because we are friends. And it keeps us together. And the members, they attend the meetings, the service project, because they're looking forward to meet their friends and serve with their friends. Remember that always, and that because if we are not friends, we are not successful. It's a key to success. Otherwise, it's only conflicts and competition between members if we cannot stay within a good relationship with each other. And we have to welcome new members to our family. It's our international families. A little bit about sharing the success stories, because each and every lion makes an impact. We are, as individual ambassador for Lions Club. We always have to show that we are trustworthy and we are respectable lions and only show the good things. I have encouraged the lion to actively promote lionism, actively promote or sell our product, which is membership. Yes, we invite members so we can do more service. We have many products, including membership, including service. Of course, service is number one, but without good members, we cannot do any service. So that's why actively promoting our product, that's marketing. And I have encouraged lions all around the world to share success stories. And I hope you do, and you have been doing it this Mediterranean Forum. We have learned many of the successes through the seminars and just when people meet and are sharing success stories, whether it's in the coffee break or in the evenings. People are proud, and we should be proud of what we are doing. And that's why we show it and tell about it. And social media is the strongest media today. The big TV stations, the big newspaper, they are not as powerful as social media. Please use it and report your service, because we need to know, LCI need to know what we are doing. So this has been my main message, and this is still my main message. And it's actually the message of all the executive officers and the board. This is what we are going to do, and this is included in the LCI Forward. We are taking it to the next step. And we are ready to serve more beyond the horizon by improving all the elements. 200 million people, we are almost there. That was our goal, and we probably do much more if every club was reporting. But we need to know also what kind of service. And thank you for reporting what your club is doing. I don't think I need to spend time on this. You know it all very well. And of course, the clubs do much more. These are just the top 5. You know, you are helping handicapped people, elderly people. You have so many other projects. But included in all these is children and youth, childhood diabetes, working on environment with the young people and children and such. We have childhood cancer. Children and youth is included in all this. Then we have, of course, youth exchange. We have many, many other projects. And we analyze our district. We analyze the need in our community, and we do what is needed. This is a top 5, and I hope you all support, because diabetes is really an epidemic. And all the others are so important. So if you join hands to do these projects, these services, we are very visible to the world, and we really make impact. So service is in our communities, service is worldwide. That's our foundation, is helping us to do bigger service in our community. And now, as you know, we rolled out the campaign 100 in the last convention, and it's a 3-year campaign. And I will remind you again, on the importance that we join hands all together and contribute to this great foundation of ours, so much respected all around the world, and also support this campaign, which is very important for us all. And you have already had quite a number of presentations about the Campaign 100 and about LCIF, and there will be more to come. So I will just quickly go through the rest of the slides so we can have some discussion. You can ask questions to all of the executive officers and the current directors. Global Action Team, you know all about, and that's to help us to find the resources, help us to reach our goals. Just a few words about the New Voices, because that's an initiative this year. There have been many similar initiatives every third year maybe, because our goal has always been to reach parity. So we are still, after 31 years, we are only 30% women. We want the balanced membership. That's the reason why we have this initiative. And we had this competition that every district could send or nominate their voices, those who shared their best stories. And on an international level, we selected 4 of those success stories. One from leadership, another from marketing, and service and membership. All of these 4 ladies will come to the international convention and share their success stories. They're the world winner. And I would like you to applaud for them, especially because we have a winner from Mediterranean country, Turkey. You see her there. I congratulate all of them. I congratulate you all. And I can tell you they have all great stories. And I would also like to congratulate Lions of Korea. They have the greatest membership stories from Young Mi from Korea. I met her in Korea recently. She is a great lady, has a great story, and they are all very good representatives for Lions clubs, because it's all about improving our association, because together we are stronger. So, as I mentioned before, we have to navigate with purpose. Where is my road? Where is my path? I don't find it. I have to create it myself. All of us, we are creating the future. We cannot wait for someone else to tell us what to do and when and how. We have to be creative. We have to have the courage to do it. So let's do it. We navigate with purpose. So that's where the horizons meet. And I thank you so much for listening. And now it's your opportunity to raise questions to all of the panel, to the executive officers, and including me and the current 2 directors from Europe this time. Thank you all. Maybe I just stand. Okay. Are there any questions? Okay, I do that. Okay. Are there any questions? Don't be afraid. Yes, please. There are Italian question. Do you have mic?
Yes.
Hi, Mario Castellaneta from Italy. Just one question about environment. One of the most promising directions of development is the so-called circular economy, where the Ellen MacArthur Foundation in the United States is a leader, is booming. Are we doing something? And if not, can we think of signing a strategic agreement of development with them? They are the world leader. Thanks.
Thank you, Mario. And I can tell you the European countries are all very much interested in environmental projects. Of course, as the rest of the world, but probably European countries are more interested than others. And there are so many initiatives, and there are so many good ideas sent to the board, sent to our headquarters, and we are all working on many projects. Some of them will be international, some of them regional. But did you have any, Sandro? You were talking? You wanted to reply?
I want just to add something about, you mentioned the Carter Foundation, the Carter Center, the Foundation about Global Circular Economy. We already have an agreement with the Carter Center in USA, yes, because LCAF already had an agreement in favor of Carter Center, and this has been delivered and used for river blindness in the past and for Latin America. So this has already been a success, and the circular economy would be a next step, of course. Thank you.
Did you ask for environment?
Svein Benson from Norway, please.
I just wanted to ask the panel if you will consider, you know, of course, the top 5 focus areas we have, but if you look at this, also what we see in this, especially in this region, and also globally, in Africa, in Asia, in many countries, is the huge refugee situation we have in the world. 70 million people. I was, as you know, chairing the LCA Forward. The refugee situation was discussed. It didn't come up as between the 5 first, but it is in one way included. So I hope you will consider this, as I know there is a proposal to re-establish the fund and also maybe to establish a global refugee committee within LCI or LCIF, because this is a global system and we have learned quite a lot in this region and have some models that we can use and multiply over the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Svein. It's certainly a big project for us, and this report from Europa Forum has been sent to LCIF and will be discussed at the board meeting of the Board of Trustees meeting in May. But this report is also addressed to LCI. So we will discuss it in April at the Long Range Planning Committee meeting and see how we can develop further. It's not a decision of one person, me as a president or Nares as an LCIF chairperson. It's a decision of the whole board of trustees or the board of directors. And we will, of course, develop the idea further so we can do it in the very best way, because we see the need. And as you mentioned so correctly, we can serve the refugees in many ways through the hunger project, through the side project, that they have diabetes too. We can use all these elements, even though we don't have a designated fund exactly for this. We can do a lot through the foundation and through our local fundraising and our local needs. So, but you are very correct. It's a big number of people suffering because of the situation, and we as Lions, we just cannot ignore it. We have to respect it, and we will hear more about it after the April board meeting and after the meeting with the Board of Trustees for LCIF in May.
Sven, you know very well, we have already sanctioned more than $1 million or maybe more, but the problem is gigantic, no doubt about it. So if there is any proposal which is already on the way, we can definitely discuss in the Alliance Trustees, Board of Trustees. Anybody more questions? There are 2 friends, 2 hands over there, and then Samir.
Is before?
It's okay. Actually, I have a word of thanks. I have learned a lesson, and I think we all did, from our president about endurance and how to complete her mission and reach the goals beyond the horizon and the normal goals we have witnessed in the last 4 days with her stick and being in pain. How do we effect the service with a nice smile without letting any one of us feel what she is suffering? We thank you very much for that, President. My question is, during those few days, I think many would like to have a 3 minutes, 4 minutes to understand main highlights by our incoming president, Young Yul Choi, for diversity. It's a beautiful subject. It involves Lionism so much, but I think I would like, and many would like, haven't been in other conventions, to have a little few minutes about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Samuel. Actually, you know, I have more than the 3.5 months to be elected as international president. I don't, of course, many people asking me, what is your program, what is your vision, etc., etc. But please forgive me. I don't want to talk in front of my Madam President and my brother, immediate past president. Reason why? If I say that, looks like I pushing them out. Please forgive me. Let me have some next time. Let me have a chance to talk about my vision and my program, etc. Thank you so very much.
But I can assure you that we are following the same direction, and we are trying to reach our international goal shaped in LCI Forward and by the board of directors. So we are continuing the good development, the good improvement of our association. We take one step at a time. And there's not going to be a revolution between one president to another. We are all working closely together as a team. So you can count on that. But talking about diversity, yes, it's very important that we always remember it, that we need to be men and women together, young and old together, people with different background and experience and knowledge. We are people from different cultures and different countries. We speak different languages. We don't look alike. We have all a diversity in our international family. And that's very important to always remember that. And that's one of the things that Choi is focusing on, reminding us on this importance of being together as a one strong family, even though all the differences we have. Any other questions or comments?
Yes. 1 minute, just to continue with our incoming president, 3.5 months later, and Madam President. I mean, my Lion brothers and sisters, I mean, you must be aware that the board took a very strategic decision that it's going to be the same motto, we serve. And we have set a goal for ourselves that this is going to be the minimum number of people to be served every year. So, I mean, Madam President has very rightly said, and maybe our things may be different. Madam President should be beyond the horizon. I spoke about power of we. I mean, a president incoming may be giving something different. But ultimate goal, what she wanted to impress upon is the same. And our lines are now focused that we are not, I mean, diverting our thinking, our mind, but we are working on only measure that we serve. That is the main thing. Yeah, sorry.
Madam the President, members of the board, the environment is a big issue, of course, and we all talk about it this morning, and it was nice. We heard some nice lectures, but as a team of Lions, we haven't moved, we haven't done a firm step forward. Of course, we all come from different culture, but if we do alter a bit our way of life in a reduced waste, that probably would be a big advantage worldwide, not only in our Mediterranean basin. Why can't we all make an effort, I'm asking a question also, to reduce our waste at home? Why can't we take this step, especially on the plastic side? Why can't we, Lions, take this step forward? Reduce waste at home, maybe advertise our Lion logo and bags, distribute them freely so people can use it and stop using plastic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a very good suggestion, and I think all of us should take it with us home. And it was mentioned also in the seminar this morning. This is important. It starts at home with your family. So just think about it, take it. We have been working on environmental projects since in the 70s, for a number of years, and we develop it in a different way, depending on the area we come from, on the need of the area. But all of us can start stopping the waste of everything. We waste food, we waste clothes, we waste everything. Plastic is really a problem everywhere. But I would like to share with you, because often I have been asked, what is the right environmental project? What's the most important for us to do? Is it to recycle plastic? Is it to clean beaches? Is it to plant trees? And I have to tell you something, it's different needs. All of you, we analyze our area, what is needed for the environment in your area. So I will give you one example, because in my country, living in a country with a volcanic island, where we have a danger of erosion. So all of us have to take care of our Mother Earth, our country. So we plant trees. If I say to Svein, who's coming from Norway, please plant trees, he said, no way. In Norway, tree planting is industry, because Norway is all covered with trees. What they do in Norway instead, they plant trees in Iceland, they plant trees in Kenya, but they take care of other environmental projects. So it all depends on the need. But some of us, all of us have the same, where we can start and what we can do in our own home. So I thank you again for your suggestion. Take it with you, all of you.
President Gudrum, I have listened to your intervention, indeed, and you have spoken on everything, on Lionism, especially on your program, on service, on activity, on leadership, on everything more or less. And I take this occasion to congratulate you. But I have really indeed a question in my mind. And we are facing in Lions in general around the world a very main problem. It is the decreasing on membership. Every responsible in membership, including area leaders and coordinators, GET and all international leaders are putting their effort to increase their membership and put effort on extension. But unfortunately, nobody are putting effort on retention. And this is the main issue that we are facing around the world, I believe. Thank you.
Thank you. I totally agree with you. The main focus should be on retention, as I mentioned in my presentation. And that's what I am trying to encourage district governors to talk to their club, because everything starts in the club. The clubs are recruiting the members. The clubs are doing the service. The clubs are creating an environment that keeps the members happy. So everything happens in the club. It's very difficult for us to reach 48,000 Lions clubs other than through the district governors and the global action team. That's why all of you have a big role. And I would say each and every lion has a role to take care of the members in the club. So they stay in the club and are happy members. That's one of the things we need to do. That's why we share our success stories, so they can be proud to be a lion, to be proud to be a member of that club, and they don't leave the club. And retention should be a bigger focus. And we should also think about, when we invite new members, that we are really inviting members who are dedicated and want to serve with us and can be as a part of our team. We are not recruiting new members because of the numbers. We are recruiting them so they can do more service, and we are strengthening the clubs by new members. But still, we can never forget the current members. We have really to take care of them, and we often forget to listen to their advices, to their ideas. And that's something we have to respect much better. So I will ask you all to just listen to the last question, the last comment, that all of us should, in our clubs, in our district, really take care of the retention, to keep our members happy in the club. Thank you so much for this comment.
Je peux prendre la parole, s'il vous plaît? Oui. Bonjour tout le monde. Merci Madame la Présidente internationale ainsi que tout le comité officiel qui est avec vous. Moi, je voudrais féliciter le Lions Club et aussi cette organisation qui tourne autour de l'environnement, c'est très important. Ce que je voudrais, par rapport aux questions qui ont été dites, je voudrais juste rajouter qu'il serait souhaitable, comme je l'ai dit dans ma présentation, que nous, Lyon, nous portions très fort et très haut cette problématique de l'environnement et surtout de l'injustice climatique, et savoir qu'il y a une liaison et une relation sine qua non très importante entre tout ce qui est environnement et pauvreté. Que l'environnement, s'il est détruit, il provoque la pauvreté, et quand il y a de la pauvreté, elle agit sur l'environnement pour le détruire. Et que nous devons travailler pour rompre ce cercle vicieux. Et donc, il est important, certes, nous avons un programme sur l'environnement, un programme international, mais par rapport aux actions, comme une question qui a été posée, par rapport peut-être aux actions, nous faisons des actions pour l'environnement, des actions locales, des actions concrètes, pratiques, oui. Mais ce que j'aurais souhaité réellement, étant donné que nous sommes une association, comme a dit M. Grimaldi, de solidarité entre nous, mais entre tous les peuples, et que nous sommes représentés à l'ONU, nous avons une représentation à l'UNICEF, nous sommes à l'OMS, nous sommes dans toutes les grandes organisations internationales, et nous avons notre mot à dire. Ce que j'aurais souhaité, je souhaiterais que nous, Lyon, forts comme nous sommes, les plus nombreux, la plus grande association de clubs-services, nous puissions aussi agir au niveau des décisions politiques, au niveau des décisions économiques, pour essayer d'infléchir les décisions vers plus de solidarité, plus d'éthique, plus de respect des ressources naturelles, par exemple, en Afrique, de ressources naturelles, donc l'exploitation excessive. Donc, il y a des actions à faire, certes, qui vont dans le sens du développement durable, qui sont ce qu'on appelle les actions d'adaptation. Par exemple, former les agriculteurs, former les citoyens à comment travailler plutôt dans le cadre de l'agriculture biologique, en évitant d'utiliser les pesticides, etc. Mais nous pouvons également passer des messages forts quand nous sommes présents dans différentes conférences en dehors du Lions Club, à passer notre mot en disant que nous devons aller dans le sens de l'éthique écologique. Et je voudrais juste rajouter pour terminer, est-ce qu'il serait possible pour notre association d'ajouter dans ces valeurs éthiques, ces objectifs moraux, la question de l'éthique écologique? Voilà, merci.
Well, she's questioning or she making speech?
Thank you very much for your comment. I think it's something really to think about. And unfortunately, I missed the first part. It didn't work very well, this one. I missed the first part, but I think your message, what I heard about all our projects are interrelated. And you were also talking about the UN Sustainable Goals. And we are certainly supporting UN Sustainable Goals, Sustainable Development Goals, and our international goals, both the global causes and everything we do, is something that goes together and in partnership with United Nations. We have many representatives at different UN agencies, and we are celebrating many things together with United Nations. We had the Lions Day with the United Nations earlier this month, and in April 10, we will all go together again with United Nations in Geneva, and you're all welcome to attend that event. You can just book through the webpage, Lions webpage, LCI. And I have seen many wonderful service projects that Lions around the world are doing. They might be combining environment, hunger, and healthy lifestyle for diabetes. Do it all in a same project or a series of projects through a district. And I think that's a very good way to act, that we realize these are the global causes. We can serve many of them together. So Lions around the world have been giving their communities opportunities to live a healthy lifestyle and create a park where you can walk and enjoy the nature, and you can grow your vegetable in the same garden, eat healthy food. And they're creating parks for lions to exercise, and they do many things together, combining all our global causes together with the global, the sustainable goals of the United Nations. And I think it's a very good idea. It's to open your minds. There are so many opportunities. There's so many opportunities. Just to use them. This is a great information.
We can see all over the world that New Voices is a great success. I have a question for our first Vice President, the Choi. What's happened next year with New Voices?
I know the New Voices, very important. Also, Madam, President Gudrun, she brought it in. Actually, we had a great achievement. We are now in headquarters, something, working on how we reform or something, continue, something like that. Thank you.
And I know that Joy and the Korean Lions are very much focusing on increasing the number of women in Korea. And that's their great hope, that they can reach new heights in membership by inviting more women. So, yeah, and then we have like 2 more questions.
One more thing, the New Voices, I think we need a poor man. I've been Egypt. Egypt, and the membership, more than 70% is women.
The New Voices is all about balanced membership. So overall in the world, we have 70% men, but that's why we are increasing, internationally talking about to reach the balanced membership, men and women together. In some areas, they have more women than men, but in some of these areas, women are not allowed to speak. They're not allowed to make any decision. That's why we still focus on these areas. So, okay, we have a lady in pink.
Good morning. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Khulud Halabi, and I am the exclusive agent and country director of DHL Express in Syria. First, it's a comment. I would like to express really the fact that I'm really happy to see a woman leader in such a huge and such a big network worldwide, because the women leader have a different approach. different vision and different ways of reacting or proacting with obstacles, as we have already seen. And therefore, I am hoping with a first woman leader in the Lions, we will see more novelty and more diversification in the way of looking at things. The second thing is I noticed that we are in many ways treating obstacles and problems in a reactive way instead of a proactive way. I talk about, for instance, diabetes. Today, medical research has proven that diabetes can be proactively treated, let's say not treated, but avoided with certain medicines or with certain habits of eating, of behaving, of living, etc. The same as for heart problems and coronary problems. And I think that we are here a large group and a worldwide network that we should start maybe, instead of only focusing on how to treat diabetes and how to treat vision problems, etc., is creating awareness, starting with the Leos, and creating awareness for children, new generations coming, on how to live better and how to approach their obstacles before, predict how they are and try to avoid them before they arrive. That's my way of looking at things. And thank you for listening.
Thank you so very much for your comments. And you are very right. We should focus a lot more on awareness program, and we can combine it. Like when Lions clubs or districts are working on diabetes, they are introducing healthy lifestyle, healthy eating. They are giving healthy food, not junk food. And they are encouraging healthy lifestyle, outdoor activities and such. And that's very, very important to inform and educate our communities. And there we have a big role. And Lions around the world, in some parts of the world, are already working hard on it. And there are many resources on LCF webpage. Especially we had a working group, international working group, to develop our diabetes program. And that certainly is including what you mentioned, which is very important. And about the women membership and leadership, you are correct. When we are together leading the association, making the decision about our service and how we develop our organization, we are stronger, we are better when we are balanced. That's why we have the goal is for balanced membership. We are bridging gaps between gender, between generation, and between all our cultures. We are stronger when we have the diversity, when we are together, men and women. So that's why we are encouraging clubs and districts to recruit more women where that is needed, to develop more leaders among women where that is needed. I can tell you in some parts of the world, maybe there are 25% women in the area, but only like 12% of them can be governors. Or in another constitutional area where we have almost 50-50, there is only like 24% can be governors. So in many parts of the world, women are not allowed to make decisions. They're not allowed to have leadership position, not even attend leadership institutes. That's why we talk about the new voices. We need to raise the voices of the minority groups. And in our case, in Lions, women are minority, just like the young people, they're also minority group. And we are trying to raise their voices. So that's why we have this program. Thank you. The last question or comment.
George Bijani, one more time. Reducing waste. Can we raise our voices much more and have LCIF sponsor one of our programs? Make cotton bags to replace plastic bags, sponsored by LCIF.
Thank you. I mean, why don't you write these things when you are talking here? Why don't you write these questions, these advice, these comments, send it to Lions Club International Foundation for the board to put up on the board agenda to discuss it. Please send it now, even now. The meeting is just, executive committee is there, but of course we have a meeting in May, but please send your suggestion. Please plan it properly. I mean, give some suggestions and give the solutions how you would like to do it. Is the way to go about it. It will be very helpful for the committee to consider it.
So I think this was the last question, and I thank you so very, very much for your good questions and your good comments. And I hope that all of you listened to each other, because there was a reason behind every question and behind every comment. And I thank you for sharing your thoughts. It's important to have a dialogue so we can discuss and we can listen to each other and we can take all the ideas to the next level. And some ideas might not be easy to perform, but all of them can be developed into something bigger and more important. So every idea is good and every idea is important. Every question is important. And I thank you for this opportunity to have some dialogue with you. And I wish you a very, very good stay at this conference and in this beautiful country, Lebanon. Thank you all for being here today.
We're done, huh?
Thank you, dear President. Thank you, executives. Thank you, Chair, for leading this session. Now it's time for lunch. I have just one announcement. Please, in 2:15, we will have the meeting of the Mediterranean Solidarity Observatory. The representatives of the countries, so it means the presidents of the councils, district governors, and the delegates. Please be punctual, because we will have, of course, elections of the new executive for the next 2 years. And I need you, of course, here. 2:15 then, here in the same room. And for those that maybe they don't have, here, yes. If they don't have, if there is their representative not present, they can vote, but they have the proxy of their district governor. I think that was already a message sent to you before. Okay, we meet here at 2:15. Thank you, and bon appetit.
Thank you, brothers.